So I guess the next thing that came to mind was who we were going to tell first, that we were pregnant, because some people have this thing where, you don't tell anyone that you're pregnant until you're past a safe time of like 12 weeks or something like that. But for me, I'm not that person. I just had to be like, I'm pregnant. But I wanted to do something special for my mom and dad because they didn't have any grandchildren, and I kind of waited. I'm a little bit of an older mom, so they had been kind of hoping for grandchildren for a while. And it just so happened that the next week I was going to be visiting my mom for her retirement party. And so I flew home to Kansas City. That's where I grew up, where I'm from. And I got in super late, like probably maybe 1 in the morning, which for my parents, they'd been asleep since, 8 o'clock. It was way past their bedtime. But I thought it would be kind of cool for my future son if he got to see the reactions of all the people that loved him when they found out that I was pregnant with him. Here I go again. But it was, so I actually caught my mom and dad also on videotape without them knowing when I broke the news to them. And I had picked out a couple of little onesies. I think one said, for my mom, I love my grandma. And then for my dad, I got one that said, Grandpa said I could. Because he always said how much that he would spoil this child just to get back at me for what hellion I was when I was a little child. So he said he was going to spoil my son or daughter rotten. And yeah, so I wrapped up these 2 little onesies, and I showed up at 1 a.m. at the front door of my parents' house, and I sat them down, and I said, I just have something quick for you to open. I know it's late, but if you just check this out really quick. And I turned the video camera on, and they both pull out their onesies, and they look at me, and they look at their onesies, and it's 1 a.m. I can tell they're still not computing because they've been asleep for 3 hours at least. And then all of a sudden the light bulb strikes, and you see it almost in both their eyes immediately. And my dad starts hooping and hollering, and my mom starts crying, and I start crying, and it was, again, just really great. It was awesome. It was exactly like you want it to be, the beginning of something so exciting, and this journey, this epic journey you're going to go on.
I'm 8 weeks pregnant.
What? Oh my God. Oh. You're pregnant. Grandpa said I could. Yes.
So yeah, they were ecstatic. I was ecstatic. It was a great start to this pregnancy. And I thought it was going to stay that way. Like, I thought it was just going to stay all happy tears the entire time. But it didn't. The happy tears ended, and not soon thereafter, this sad, hurting, painful tears started. And pregnancy wasn't what I thought it was going to be. And that actually started on that same trip. I was in Kansas City at my parents' house, and actually at the retirement party. And I just, at around 7:30, 8 p.m. that night of the party, I just started feeling terrible, like sluggish, and my energy levels were down. And then I started feeling nauseous, and then I started getting headaches, and it was just like, it just felt yuck. And so that was the first night, of which would be many, many, many more, of morning sickness, which I didn't realize is not in the morning.